Every single morning, the world tests you. From the moment you wake up, life is pulling at your attention. Emails, social media, bills, problems, people with opinions. It feels like everything is designed to distract you, discourage you, and drain you. But there's something powerful you can do before the chaos begins. You can speak to yourself. Words have power. The things you tell yourself shape the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. And if you're not telling yourself the right things, the world will gladly tell you lies instead, that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. That's why today, I want to share 9 things to tell yourself every day, 9 simple but powerful truths that, if repeated daily, can change the way you live your life. But before we get into them, let me give you the emotional hook. Imagine this. 2 people wake up on the same morning. One rolls out of bed, grabs their phone, and starts scrolling. They see other people's lives, other people's success, and immediately feel behind. They drag through their day with comparison, self-doubt, and low energy. The other person wakes up and speaks life into themselves. They remind themselves who they are, what they're capable of, and what really matters. They face the same struggles, the same challenges, but with a completely different energy. One person starts defeated, the other starts empowered. Which one do you think succeeds? The difference isn't luck. The difference is words. Here's the truth. If you want to change your life, you need to change the conversation you have with yourself. Let's begin with the first 3 of the 9 things to tell yourself every day. 1. I am enough. This might be the hardest one for people to believe, because the world is always telling you that you need more. You need to look better, have more money, drive a better car, have more followers. But here's the truth. You are enough, exactly as you are. You have everything you need inside you to grow, to change, to succeed. There was a young woman named Leah who spent her entire life comparing herself to others. She felt like she was never enough, never pretty enough, never smart enough, never talented enough. But one day, she looked in the mirror and said it out loud. I am enough. At first, it felt like a lie, but every day, she said it again. Slowly, she started to believe it. And when she believed it, her confidence grew, her choices improved, and her life changed. When you remind yourself that you are enough, you silence the voice of insecurity and replace it with truth. 2. I can handle this. Life will throw challenges at you. Some days it feels overwhelming. Too much to do, too many problems to face, too many burdens to carry. But in those moments, you must remind yourself, I can handle this. Think back to a time in your life when you thought you couldn't make it through, but you did. You've survived every single bad day you've had. You're stronger than you think. There's a quote I love. You don't realize how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. That's the truth. You've handled everything life has thrown at you so far, and you'll handle what's coming next. 3. I choose to be positive. Every day gives you 2 options: to look for what's wrong or to look for what's right, to focus on problems or to focus on possibilities. Positivity isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing the perspective that gives you strength instead of weakness. It's about refusing to let negativity control your life. Let me tell you about James. James lost his job unexpectedly. He could have told himself, this is the end. I'm a failure. Instead, every morning, he told himself, I choose to be positive. I choose to believe something better is coming. And because he kept that perspective, he had the energy to search, to learn, and eventually, to land a job that paid him more than the one he lost. Your attitude shapes your reality, and positivity is a choice you have to make every single day. So those are the first 3 things. I am enough. I can handle this. I choose to be positive. They may sound simple, but if you speak them daily, they will shift your mindset, your energy, and your life. Because here's the truth. What you tell yourself is what you become. We've already covered the first 3 truths you should tell yourself every single day. I am enough. I can handle this. I choose to be positive. Now let's go deeper. Let's add the next 3. And these 3 are crucial because they deal with your future, your growth, and your purpose. 4. I am in control of my life. One of the greatest lies people believe is that life just happens to them, that they're powerless. that circumstances, people, and luck decide their fate. But here's the truth. You are in control. You may not control every event, but you always control your response. And your response shapes your reality. There's a story of Ethan, who grew up in a tough neighborhood. Everyone around him told him he'd never escape, that his future was already decided. But Ethan woke up every morning and told himself, "I am in control of my life." He studied when others partied. He worked when others wasted time. Years later, he became the first in his family to graduate from college. Not because life was easy, but because he took control. Remember this: no one else is driving your car. If you hand the steering wheel of your life to other people, don't be surprised when you end up somewhere you don't want to be. Every day, remind yourself, I'm in control. 5. I am worthy of success and happiness. This one is hard, because so many people secretly believe they don't deserve good things. They sabotage themselves because deep down, they don't feel worthy. Maybe they failed in the past. Maybe someone told them they'd never amount to anything. Maybe they've been carrying guilt or shame for years. But here's the truth. You are worthy. You are worthy of love, of happiness, of success, of peace. Not because you're perfect, but because you are human. There was a young woman named Maria who grew up hearing from her father that she was worthless. For years, she believed it. Even when opportunities came, she'd shrink back because deep down, she didn't think she deserved them. But one day, Maria made a decision. She wrote this sentence on a sticky note and put it on her mirror. I am worthy of success and happiness. Every morning, she said it out loud. Slowly, she began to believe it. And when she believed it, she started walking into opportunities instead of running away from them. Your worth is not based on your past. It's not based on your mistakes. It's not based on what anyone else thinks of you. Your worth is built in. Speak it every day until you believe it. 6. I will not give up. This one might be the most important of all, because the only guarantee in life is that you will face challenges. You will get knocked down. You will fail. But failure is not the end. Quitting is. Every single person who has ever achieved greatness had to say these words to themselves. I will not give up. Thomas Edison once said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's the spirit. Persistence. Refusal to quit. Let me tell you about Noah. Noah wanted to write a book. He submitted his manuscript to 27 publishers, and every single one rejected him. He was ready to quit. But one morning, he looked at himself in the mirror and whispered, I will not give up. He sent it to one more publisher, and that one said yes. That book went on to become a bestseller, changing his life forever. You don't know how close you are to your breakthrough. Most people quit right before it comes. But not you. Every day, remind yourself, I will not give up. So now we've added 3 more. 4. I am in control of my life. 5. I am worthy of success and happiness. 6. I will not give up. Say them. Believe them. Live them. Because your future depends on the words you feed yourself today. And here's the truth. If you keep speaking these truths daily, something incredible will happen. Slowly, your brain will start rewiring. Your confidence will rise. Your actions will change. And one day, you'll look back and realize you've become exactly the person you kept telling yourself you were. That's the power of daily words. We've already covered 6 powerful truths to remind yourself every single day. I am enough. I can handle this. I choose to be positive. I am in control of my life. I am worthy of success and happiness. I will not give up. Now, let's move into the next 2 affirmations, truths that connect to identity, growth, and the way you face the world. 7. I am constantly growing and learning. Too many people think they have to be perfect right now. They put so much pressure on themselves to have it all figured out. And when they make mistakes, they see themselves as failures. But here's the truth. You're not supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to be growing. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall 100 times, but every fall makes them stronger, steadier, more balanced. If they gave up the first time they fell, they'd never learn to walk. But because they keep trying, they succeed. That's how growth works. There's a man named Chris who once failed out of college. Everyone told him he'd never make anything of himself. But instead of labeling himself a failure, he said, "I am constantly growing and learning." He got back into school, studied harder, and eventually became a successful entrepreneur. His failures weren't the end. They were the lessons that built his future. Every single day, remind yourself, I'm not finished. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm improving. Mistakes don't define you. They refine you. Remember this quote. Once you stop learning, you start dying. Growth is life. And if you commit to growth daily, your future becomes limitless. 8. I forgive myself and let go of the past. This one is heavy because so many people are trapped, not by the present, but by the past. They replay old mistakes, old regrets, old failures over and over again. And every time they look in the mirror, they see the past version of themselves instead of the person they're becoming. But hear this, you cannot change the past. No matter how much guilt you carry, no matter how many times you replay it, it won't change. The only thing you can change is what you do next. There was a woman named Hannah. She made some big mistakes in her 20s that hurt her career and her relationships. For years, she carried shame, convinced she didn't deserve another chance. But one day, she whispered to herself, I forgive myself and let go of the past. It felt unnatural at first, but she repeated it daily. Slowly, the weight lifted, and as she let go of the past, she was able to build a new future. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean excusing your mistakes. It means choosing not to live chained to them anymore. It means learning the lesson, taking the wisdom, and moving forward. Every single day, remind yourself, I forgive myself. I let go. I move forward. Because if you don't release the past, you can't fully step into your future. These two truths, I am constantly growing and learning, and I forgive myself and let go of the past, are about freedom. Freedom from perfection. Freedom from regret. Freedom to live today as your best self. Imagine waking up each day, not carrying yesterday's weight, not beating yourself up for what went wrong, but instead saying, I'm growing. I'm learning. I forgive myself. I'm free to keep moving forward. That kind of mindset changes everything. So now, your list has grown stronger. 7. I am constantly growing and learning. 8. I forgive myself and let go of the past. Add these to the words you tell yourself every day. Say them out loud. Write them down. Put them on your wall, on your mirror, on your phone. Because repetition builds belief, and belief changes behavior. And when you believe you're growing, you'll keep going. When you believe you're forgiven, you'll keep moving. And when you believe those things daily, your entire life will shift. We've already gone through 8 powerful truths. I am enough. I can handle this. I choose to be positive. I am in control of my life. I am worthy of success and happiness. I will not give up. I am constantly growing and learning. I forgive myself and let go of the past. Now we arrive at the 9th and final one. The one that ties everything together. 9. Today is a gift, and I will make it count. Think about this. How many people woke up this morning with plans, with dreams, with goals, and never made it to the end of the day? Life is fragile. Time is short. Every single morning you open your eyes, you've been given something priceless, another chance. Too many people waste that chance. They live as if tomorrow is guaranteed, as if they can keep putting off their dreams, their growth, their purpose. But the truth is, you only ever have today. There's a man named Robert who worked for years in a job he hated. He always said he would one day start his own business, one day take a risk, one day chase his dream. Then one morning, he woke up in a hospital bed after a heart scare. The doctor told him, "You were lucky this time. Don't waste another day." From that moment, Robert woke up every morning and told himself, "Today is a gift, and I will make it count." He started small, waking earlier, exercising, reading, building his side business. Within 2 years, he quit his job and was living the dream he had delayed for decades. Not because he had more time, but because he started valuing every single day as a gift. That's the truth you need to remind yourself of. Today is not promised. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. All you have is right now. There's a famous quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. If you wake up every morning and say, "Today is a gift, and I will make it count," your energy changes. You stop wasting time on petty arguments. You stop procrastinating. You stop waiting for the perfect time. Instead, you start living. You start acting. You start becoming. Now let's put the entire list together. I am enough. I can handle this. I choose to be positive. I am in control of my life. I am worthy of success and happiness. I will not give up. I am constantly growing and learning. I forgive myself and let go of the past. Today is a gift, and I will make it count. Imagine starting every single day of your life by speaking these words into existence. Imagine the confidence, the clarity, the focus, the strength you'd carry into every situation. These aren't just phrases, they're anchors. Anchors that hold you steady when life gets rough. Anchors that remind you who you are when the world tries to tell you otherwise. Anchors that point you forward when your past tries to drag you back. And here's the truth. When you build this habit, when you repeat these truths daily, they will shape your identity. Because the words you tell yourself are the seeds of your future. If you speak doubt, you'll live in doubt. If you speak fear, you'll live in fear. But if you speak truth, power, and strength, you will live with truth, power, and strength. So tomorrow morning, before you touch your phone, before you scroll through anyone else's life, look in the mirror and speak these 9 things. Even if you don't believe them at first, say them, speak them, because over time, you will believe them. And when you believe them, you will live them. Say it. I am enough. I can handle this. I choose to be positive. I am in control of my life. I am worthy of success and happiness. I will not give up. I am constantly growing and learning. I forgive myself and let go of the past. Today is a gift, and I will make it count. That is the daily fuel your soul needs. Every single one of these 9 truths is a tool, a weapon, a shield, something you can carry into battle each day. But here's the secret. They only work if you use them. Words unspoken have no power. But words repeated daily, with conviction, those words rewire your brain, shift your perspective, and transform your life. Let's walk through them one last time. I am enough. I can handle this. I choose to be positive. I am in control of my life. I am worthy of success and happiness. I will not give up. I am constantly growing and learning. I forgive myself and let go of the past. Today is a gift, and I will make it count. Now picture yourself waking up tomorrow morning. The alarm goes off. You don't grab your phone. You don't dive into the noise of the world. Instead, you sit up, look in the mirror, and say these words. At first, maybe they feel awkward. Maybe they feel forced. But slowly, day after day, they sink in. They become part of you. And then one morning, you don't just say them, you believe them. And when you believe them, everything changes. Because belief is the foundation of behavior. What you believe determines how you act. And how you act determines who you become. There's a story of a man named David. For years, David struggled with depression and self-doubt. He felt like nothing he did mattered. A friend suggested he start speaking affirmations each morning. At first, David laughed it off. Talking to myself won't change anything, he thought. But eventually, out of desperation, he tried it. Every morning, he said, I am enough. I can handle this. I am worthy of happiness. Today is a gift. For weeks, nothing changed, at least on the outside. But inside, something small began to shift. His shoulders felt lighter. His confidence grew. He started taking small actions that reflected his words. He applied for a job he thought was out of reach. He reconnected with friends. He started exercising. Within a year, his life looked completely different. The circumstances hadn't magically changed, he had. And it all started with the words he chose to tell himself every day. That's the power of daily affirmations. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just listen to these words. Live them. Write them down. Put them on your mirror, your desk, your phone background. Say them when you wake up. Say them when you feel weak. Say them when you're about to quit. Because when you speak strength, you live strength. When you speak growth, you live growth. When you speak truth, you live truth. And one day, you'll look back and realize that these simple 9 truths became the foundation of your entire transformation. But here's something important to remember. This isn't just about you. When you start living with confidence, with positivity, with purpose, other people notice. Your family feels it. Your friends feel it. Your coworkers feel it. You become a living example of what it means to rise. And that's how change spreads. Not by shouting at the world, but by quietly becoming someone unshakable. So tomorrow, when the alarm rings, don't waste another day. Don't wake up and let the world tell you who you are. Don't scroll through other people's lives before you've spoken into your own. Instead, declare your truth. Speak your strength. Anchor your soul. Because one day, your future self will thank you. One day, the version of you standing tall, successful, strong, and unshakable will look back and say, "I'm here because I spoke life into myself every single day." So here's your reminder, your daily prescription. Say it out loud. Believe it in your heart. Live it with your actions. I am enough. I can handle this. I choose to be positive. I am in control of my life. I am worthy of success and happiness. I will not give up. I am constantly growing and learning. I forgive myself and let go of the past. Today is a gift, and I will make it count. 9 truths, 9 anchors, 9 steps to becoming who you were always meant to be. And if this message spoke to you, if it stirred something inside you, if it lit a fire in your heart, don't let it die here. Carry it forward. Live it. And when you need more fuel, when you need more fire, when you need to be reminded again, come back here. And before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button to Mind Fire Motivation. Because this is where we speak life into your spirit. This is where we fuel your fire. And this is where we walk with you on the journey to becoming unstoppable. Focus on yourself. Speak these truths daily. And watch your life transform. Because your words create your world. And the world you deserve is waiting for you.